you get up and follow me, man. Okay? It's the Spirit of the Lord. The Lord can tell you when you're going to die, how long you're going to live, how long your children are going to live, what type of spirit your children are going to have. So what that tell you what type of mindset you need to be in. You know what I'm saying? You need to be in a mindset of being disciplined within the scriptures, man. Giving credence unto the Lord. Keeping the order. That's a form of discipline. It was talking about military structure. You know what I'm saying? You don't, in military, it was talking about military discipline, you don't have a corporal talking to a captain. Any type of way, man. The scriptures tell you about that. If you have a forward master, man. You know what I'm saying? They say basically you gotta take that L, man. You know? You gotta have discipline. But this society teaches no discipline, no structure. Women over men, children over the parents. Edomites over Israelites. You know? Yeah, but I want that scripture too, though. Those that hear my word, this in John, when you're talking to the woman at the well, those that hear my word, you know, I want that particular one. So I was going to the fact that it's kind of passé, but I still want to get it. You know, people are, because they're undisciplined, they try to make excuses and condone what they're doing. You know, if you're not a man or a woman of the Lord and you're into the scriptures, they like to make excuses and try to bend the scriptures. All right, and say, oh yeah, I'm a follower of the Lord. Hey, I believe in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It says those that hear the word. I heard the word yesterday. I heard the word 12 o'clock today at church. So I know I'm a person of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have the discipline to go into the scriptures. All right? To the honesty and integrity. To say, you know, it's easy to accept saying here, but that sounds too easy. You know? Somebody come up to you, hey man, I got this PlayStation, what's that shit? PlayStation 4? PlayStation 4 for 25 bucks. Brand new. Not even out the box. And you're like, oh, that's a deal of a century. You don't raise no attendance to you. You know what I'm saying? That's just like with the scriptures. He that believeth on me, all you gotta do is call upon my name. Oh, that's all you gotta do. Like what? The Bible wouldn't even have to be as thick as it is. All it needs is just one verse. You know? All you do is call upon my name and you shall be saved. Bam, that's it. You know?
Yeah, one chapter 1. Everything that you need to know and do.
It's a little bit after this. People in the field, there's people in the field and the words, you know what I'm saying? That heard the word. It's a little bit after the time.
I remember they was talking to this, she went back in Samaria, and this guy and that guy, then people started believing. It's chapter 5. Okay. St. John 5 and 24. You want me to start at 24? Or, okay. Verily, verily, I say to you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. That's
yeah. So does that mean when you hear that verse, you know what I'm saying? That means that you're past condemnation. Let's get that word heareth. All right, go ahead.
The Greek word for heareth is akao, which means to be endowed with the facility of hearing, not deaf, to hear, to attend to, consider what is or has been said, to understand, perceive the sense of what is said.
There you go. To understand, to perceive the sense of what is said, to attain your ear unto. You know what I'm saying? Not only is it listening attentively, you know, not dancing around in church and they read the scripture, you go crazy. it's really like really trying to understand the sense of what's being said, man. Okay?
This definition goes in.
Go ahead.
It says to hear something, to perceive by the ear what is announced in one's presence.
To perceive. Basically, if I say go to the store, you know what I'm saying? You heard it. That don't mean if I say, anybody that hear my word, y'all get $1 million, man. And I go to talking this big speech, and you like, man, I listen to the whole speech, give me $1 million, and I quiz you, and you don't answer none of this shit, right? You didn't hear me. You know what I'm saying? That's what the hear means. Go ahead.
Then it pretty much says the same thing again. Then now to the last definition that says to comprehend, to understand.
To comprehend. You got to comprehend the scriptures. So that's the point I was making, is that you can't just be shallow. You can't be undisciplined. You got to really be a student of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You got to be a real student, man. All right? Of really right now, as men on the earth, you got to be a student under the apostles, man. All right? They're teaching us, and we have to be students. We got to study. They're showing the proper ways. Okay? Just like when you go to school, they teach you how to study. You know what I'm saying? They teach you what these words mean. All right? Like, shit, if I go to the gym, right? So say, hey, put your hands up, feet, you know what I'm saying? The ball of your toe on the back foot, you know what I'm saying? Don't get narrow, don't get wide, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Chin down, you know what I'm saying? Then I go home and practice it, and I don't practice nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, hey, when you get on the bag, if anybody been in the gym, coaches will get on your ass if you practice shit not the way they taught you how to practice it, because it does what? Creates bad habits, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta do things how your teachers show you, man. You know what I'm saying? So how the elders, go into definitions, how they're non-stop with it, they're leading by example. So you're supposed to get into that. You're supposed to be influenced by that. You're supposed to go with the flow of it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to teach definitions. They're bringing out all these lessons. They're coming out during the winter. They're coming out, you know what I'm saying? You say they're a man of the Lord. That means you're supposed to be following by their example. Not imitating them, but getting influenced by them. You know?
I was going to say, the scriptures say, continue in the thing that thou... Oh, that's what you got? Okay, my bad.
This 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 14. It says, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned, and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Yeah, that's been a disciple. That's been a disciple, is to be a student. All right? You know what I'm saying? Of course you learn more, but you learn more within that craft. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't, you combine other things with other things, but they still have to be within that realm, man. You may have a teacher that's good on geology. You may have a teacher that's good on history. You may have a teacher that's good on definitions and Hebrew, and you combine all them different crafts. You know what I'm saying? And then you advance it. That's like Bruce Lee. He learned judo, he learned Wing Chun, and then he came up with his own thing, but it still was martial arts, and it still was respecting all the craft and merging. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't going into a passive aggressive class and merging that with martial arts and shit, man. You can't take the opposite and merge them together, man. You can't take good and evil. You can't take a 2/3 and the elect and merge them together and create one type of Israelite, man. You know? It said good is set against evil. So basically we have to stick within our discipline. Things we've been assured of. America's going to be destroyed. We've been assured that the Most High's name is Yahweh, the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Alright? Why not continue the thing you've been assured of? You don't deny it to this day, so you're still sure of it. Why you don't continue in it? Okay, because you're undisciplined. You know?
I would say, like you know how the apostles call Nate followers zombies, and it kind of makes sense because like you have zombies and you have followers. You know what I'm saying? Like even Paul himself said, "Follow me, even as I follow Hamashiach," man. So like how we follow the apostles and the elders of GMS, Lord forbid, and I highly doubt that it's going to happen. But let's say they didn't go out for a winter. That's something that they taught us, and that's something that makes sense because it coincides with the scripture. So us being followers of them and what we, continuing in the things that we have learned, being disciplined, we would still go out in the winter, man. You know what I'm saying? Versus Nate, it's like whatever Nate says, they do, or y'all do if y'all out there listening, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have no foundation, no reasoning for why y'all don't go out in the winters just because Nate said.
Knowing it ain't right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just do it because he said it, man. So if y'all can't, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't go out in the winter because of this or that.
You've been assured of going out in the winter.
Huh?
You've been assured of going out in the winter.